Hey, what's going on, guys? B Flatten here with episode 1 of Twitch Tips. Now, the way that I ended up getting Twitch Tips to start was because I had a lot of people asking me certain streamer-related questions, audio, hardware, tech, how to do this, how to do that. So I thought I would turn it into a series. The series started with a section in my Discord called Band Practice. If you want, I'll send in a link into the description. Feel free to join the Discord and join Band Practice so that you can get your suggestions in there. So episode 1, by popular demand, was an OBS tutorial and or sound levels. I'm going to combine the two into one just to try to even them out. So I'm going to swing over OBS here for you guys. You're going to see multiple displays because it's capturing a capture multiple times over, and here we are. So obviously mine is all filled out because this is my streaming setup. There's everything here. We're not going to be starting with this. We're going to go with a fresh install of OBS. Of course, I'm not going to restart everything because I really don't want to set all this up again. But let's just go with a blank canvas, a clean slate, as if we just started in here. So we'll type this in as Twitch Tips, and it is a complete blank screen. Now, obviously, I'm keeping my audio levels the same so that you guys can hear me throughout the duration of this. So first things first, usually when you start off, you want to have your game or your screen or whatever you're going to be doing. So the first thing that I would suggest is you want to go into, I personally do window capture. Thank you, Virus and Threat Protection, for appearing and telling me that I have no viruses in the middle of a video. Beautiful. What was I doing? We were going with what is going to be our live scene, which is this thing here. So the first thing that we want to get is we want to get our monitor in there, the thing that you guys are seeing right now. So into Twitch Tips, we want to go with a game capture or display capture, whichever one you want to choose. Game capture is for games, obviously, but that's going to be it. That's the only thing that's going to be on there. I do display capture because it displays the entire monitor. The reason why I do this is in case I need to swing over like websites, or if there's like a patch note for the game that I play. I do display capture. So I'm going to add existing, which is my monitor. Whenever you do display capture, it'll just say whichever monitor that you want to choose. I have two, so we'll create new as if we're doing this for the first time. This is display 1, and then I have my monitor 2 right here. I'll tell you the specs of the two so that you can tell which one is which. Here's the monitor, and look at that, we're all the way back to the start. Here we go. So round 2, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to throw our face in there. We want our camera in there. It's going to be a little dark because I have my lights off at the moment, don't mind me. But add existing, that's my camera. But create new video capture device. We could choose our snap camera, which is like where I use my filters. But normally we do HD Pro webcam C920, which is what I'm normally using right now. Why it's not appearing, it's probably because it's already in use in another scene. So that is what you would normally do, but it looks like since it's already in use technically by the remainder of the other scenes, it's not going to appear, but that's what you would normally do. So I'm going to add existing in camera, and there we go. So this is me, this is the green screen behind me. Hello, welcome. We now have our display. We now have me in here. Now, just to prove that it is window capture device, if I lower this, you guys will actually see the rest of my monitor. So that in case I swing over something, say we'll swing over Steam, people can see Steam. Say someone wants to add you as a friend, that would be a good idea. That's why I do that. You don't have to do that though. As for the remainder, everything else is going to be either via browser, which is going to be where your alerts are going to be coming in. You make them either on Streamlabs or Muxy. I use a little bit of combination of both. This is where your browser sites are going to be. See, I have my my Golf Clash, which is Onyx. I have all of my Streamlabs stuff. I have my Muxy stuff is all in there. All you have to do is once you're in the stream package itself, is you just have to, they'll give you a link that'll say copy this link, and then you just bring it over into here via browser source. and then that's how it comes in here, and that's how your alerts play. Other sort of things that you want to put in there: images. You guys can do underlays. You guys can do like your graphic stuff, like new dono, new sub, new this, new that. This is going to be under images. So what you're going to do is you're going to save the image, or someone's going to give you the image. If you commission someone, you download it, it comes on in, and that's how you get images in here. You want to search for your image. So I'm going to go to my desktop, and we're going to find the first image that appears. Look at that, B-flat Pog. So now B-flat Pog is now inserted via image, because that is the image that I chose. So we're going to put B-flat Pog over there just for now. Say B-flat Pog is our underlay. That's going to be where people are going to be seeing their name when they subscribe. This is done through stream labels. That's going to be through another tutorial that I'm going to be doing, because we're not going to run into overtime on this. Other things that you could do in here, if you want, you could do image slideshows. Now, image slideshows is you choose multiple different images and they swap between the two. So I see a lot of people doing this for merch, for example. They'll take multiple images of their merch store, and then they'll swap it between the different merch things, say like shirts, sweaters, that sort of thing. Image slideshow is really, really good for that. Or if you have like an affiliation code with something or a sponsorship, also really, really good. It makes it so that you can swap between multiples if you have multiples. Text GDI. This thing is going to be used for multiple different things. This is if you want to make like a custom text. I play Borderlands a lot, so my custom text is usually farming for this item, and then it's like runs 752, my dictator, for example. This is where text GDI comes in handy. However, text GDI is also useful for things such as a program called Snaz. Snaz is a program that I use for countdowns whenever I do my subathons. Whenever you set up your camera, it'll appear as a text GDI because it's a text that appears over. So that's actually a really good program to use with the text GDI as well. And text GDI is also how you make it so that it's read through your computers through stream labels, so that like a new follow comes in, a new sub comes in. That's actually through text GDI. And it makes it so that it can update automatically because it reads the file that you download through stream labels. So that's how that works. I'm not sure what other OBS basic tutorial that everyone else wanted in band practice for me to do. Everyone just said do a OBS tutorial. I think I ran over the main ones. However, there was another one that was in there that was volume levels. Now, volume levels are very, very, very important. There's multiple different things that go into volume levels, and this is what they are. The first one is your desktop audio, so what's going to be coming through the screen, your game, your music video, whatever you're playing, whatever you're doing. My desktop audio, I usually put it down all the way to about, I want to say that's about 75-80%. It makes it so that it appears to like the maximum of the green, just entering the yellow, so that it does not overpower me. As you can see, my mic and aux has been usually capping off around the, I want to say the mid yellows to high yellows. This is ideal because the red is peaking your mic, and peaking your mic doesn't sound very pleasant to people who are listening to you talking into your mic. And since it is higher than the green, you are overpowering your game. You are louder than your game, so the game doesn't drown you out, so people don't miss what you're saying. How do you accomplish this? How do you do this? Okay. First and foremost, set your desktop volume about 75-80%. That is your main one and your main mixer right here. Your mic, you want to have yours all the way up to the top. You want to be higher than your game volume. There are multiple different ways that makes it so that you can do this, and that's what I'm about to show you. Click on the little cog wheel, and you're going to want to go to filters. Now, you guys have probably seen this a bunch of times if you guys have been streaming for some time. There's noise gates, there's compressors, there's noise suppression. So compressor, I do not touch at all. Compressor, you just throw in there and it compresses. That's all you really need it to do. Noise suppression, this is the one that you want to play around with a little bit. Noise suppression is very, very different based on where you're set up, based on the amount of things that are in your room, how empty your room is, Is there closed walls all around you? Is there a window near you? This is all very, very as a fact thing for how you want to set this up. Now, I set mine to about halfway, just under half, maybe -38. This is how it makes it so that the amount of decibels that get suppressed. So this is how much volume needs to basically come through. That's also combined with noise data a little bit, which is what we're going to be going over now. So noise data, I noticed a little bit of a familiar and comparison thing. Upon a lot of testing, I noticed that the power of 6 is actually really big between these two. You want to have your upper number 6 higher than your lower number. Mine is a -34 by -28, so this one is greater than this, even though it's in the negative more. This one is a higher number than this one. Now the power of 6 makes it so that the close and open threshold basically mean how much goes into the mic, how much has to go into the mic power-wise, decibel-wise, for the mic to go, oh, there's a sound coming through. And then the other one is as soon as that decibel is no longer reached, it cuts it off immediately. So the reason why having them too close together like that is really, really good is because when you're talking directly into the mic like I am now, as soon as I stop talking, it's just going to instantly start cutting off so that other noises don't get picked up, background noise, white noise, whatever you have it. This is something that you're going to want to play around with a little bit so that you can get the noise gate and the noise suppression to be happy together. The way that you want to do this so that you can figure out which one is which is you want to record yourself like I am right now, and you want to keep on playing back volumes. How do you sound to yourself? And then you want to also watch your volume levels as well while you're speaking into the mic so that you can hit your correct color. Sometimes I reach the red a little bit, but that's whenever I really speak loudly, but I really actually have to push my volume in order to do that. And I don't do that. I don't really have a loud voice. Depending on your voice is how you're going to want to change and customize this a little bit more. But those 3 settings in there will really help you accurately determine where you want your mic to be. As for the DAME audio, some DAME volumes are different. I would suggest taking your top games that you play, whether it be Mario, whether it be Borderlands like I do, play with the in-game settings a little bit, and then play with your mixer around a little bit. Go and find optimal levels for your different games that you play. If there's a high action shooting scene that's louder than normal, maybe you want to set back some of the volumes just a little bit more just in case for those high action scenes. But it takes a couple hours for sure just to be able to pinpoint and accurately determine where you want to go with this. It took me, when I was first doing it, it took me about a week and a couple hours of each day for a week just to like really pinpoint and get my volumes down where I wanted them to be. Sometimes I still screw up. I definitely screw up still. So playing around with them is my high suggestion. I think this is where I'm going to be wrapping it up here. Yeah, we're already pushing 14 minutes on this. We did a little bit of a basic OBS tutorial. We did a little run through on volume settings. There's one more things in here. Audio. Obviously, this is where things come into your desktop, and this is your mic as well. I use the same mixer because everything plugs into my mixer, and then it just USBs into my computer. There's nothing here that you really need to do. In case you were running into this settings bar and you were going, oh, why is my volume and stuff not working? You don't really need to do that. It's just roll right in the cog wheel down here. Lastly, this is one thing that I should display. When you're using your mic, always down mix it to mono. Always. Here's the reason and here's the test. If this is in stereo, you guys will probably only hear me out of one ear right now. When I click it again, everything should be all nice and smooth. Everything should be good. I should be sounding decent. That is a very, very important one. Always click that checkbox so that it'll be good. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to be wrapping it up here. If you guys have any more Twitch tips that you guys want me to run over, join my Discord, go into the band practice, because practice makes perfect, and the B flat and band is here for you. Throw in more suggestions for me, let me run things over. I have a lot of topics that I want to continue and keep this series running, including social media, and next week we're going to be talking about hardware on a budget and stuff like that, because we had a suggestion for that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about in this, and I want to record the entire journey on the way, and I hope you guys are down to come along with me on this journey. So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you guys did not know, I stream Tuesdays to Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. CST every single time, 5 days a week. We do Borderlands, we do Pokemon, we do Temtem, we do Dark Souls and all that stuff. Tuesdays and Fridays are my dedicated Borderlands days, so make sure to check in on those whenever we're doing guides and builds and tutorials and stuff like that. And Sundays, Mondays are my video days, so that is when you'll be seeing Twitch tips and Borderlands builds and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's all from me. My name is B Flat, guys, and I'm signing out of here. Take care.